I was born into a Roman Catholic family, a very strong Roman Catholic family. My father was a devout Roman Catholic. My mother was an atheist. I was an altar boy, which is a very privileged position in the church at the age of 10. And I thought I was going to go the whole way, right through the church. But unfortunately, well, fortunately I should say for me, the Creator intervened. I began to ask questions about the Bible. The priests did not like these questions. I asked the same questions at school. The schools did not like the questions that I was asking, both at primary school and at senior school. So what they decided to do with people like me and some of my friends was to administer corporal punishment, which was basically beat you up. So that made matters worse. And it was at that moment I decided to turn away from the church, and I became a problem for the schools and the church. My father was very upset about this. My family virtually disowned me. So what I decided to do, I decided to leave Yorkshire and I went over to Wales, and I met a wonderful guy there who had a wonderful Muslim family. I worked for him for about 5 years. I became very close to him, and we had many discussions about the one Creator, about Muhammad, about the Bible, about the stories in the Bible, how the stories in the Bible could not possibly be true. And it was like a light coming on. Somebody pulled the light on. I became very close friends with my mentor, I would call him. Very, very close. He was like a father figure to me. I always kept in touch with him. And so I went on my merry way, and it was in 2013 I decided to go and check out my local mosque. And in my local mosque I met some wonderful people. They were incredible, and I was helping out in the mosque. Unfortunately, that had repercussions in my local community. My local community decided to shun me because I was quite a popular guy in my local community. I was a youth worker. I was into martial arts. I used to help run a local judo club. I used to help train the police in martial arts. I was a door supervisor. But unfortunately, my local community did not like the fact that I was thinking of becoming a Muslim. But I took my Shahada in 2013, and unfortunately I then had issues with being stopped on the road by the police. It just became unbearable, so I had to leave.
Can you give more details on the police?
I don't want to go too much into the police issue, because they're doing their job, they're doing what they're told to do. I hold no grudge at all against the police or my local community, for the simple fact they are not enlightened. They've not come on board, basically. I don't want to persecute anyone. It's part of my life. I've moved on from that. I now live in London. I've lived in London for nearly 7 years. It's a wonderful place. I come to Speaker's Corner because there are some wonderful people here. Even the Christians. There are some wonderful Christians here who are doing what they believe is right. And there are wonderful Muslims here who have now become my friends. And since I've come to I Park, I've learnt so much about Islam, and I've spent the last 18 months trying to learn Arabic. It's coming slowly but surely. But the main point for me is, when I heard that to be a Muslim, being a Muslim means you submit yourself to your Creator. That's me completely. That's what I've always done throughout my life. Even when they tried to force me to be a Catholic, even going through that punishment, I still believed in the fact there's only one creator. I did not believe that Jesus was God, and that's basically why I was punished. And I still believe Jesus was not God. He's not God. He's basically a prophet.
Yeah.
End of. And I can prove it. I can show you in the Bible. I can sit down with any scholar. I shouldn't say that. I can sit down with anybody and point to them in the Bible where it says Jesus is not God. I've got it all marked in my Bible. So I still read the Bible. I also read the Quran, a couple of pages a day, to enlighten myself. For me personally, Islam is the way to go, because there will be peace on earth, as Jesus prophesied. Peace on earth. And the way to do that is to believe in the one creator, believe in the prophets, because they all brought the message on how to live together peacefully. No alcohol, no gambling, no drugs, anything that's haram, anything that destroys your body and your mind. This is why the prophets came, to tell you this. If you do these things, your life will be an absolute misery. And what is the proof in the pudding? In the eating of the pudding? It's coronavirus now. Everybody's washing their hands, doing wudu. Everybody's going crazy because they can't now get the alcohol and the drugs and the gambling. Everybody's going crazy because they've got no faith.
Yeah.
They don't believe in the Creator.
100% true, yeah.
So what can I say?
Yeah, thank you very much for the enlightening interview.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. mashallah.